Alright everyone, so today we're going to be repairing this HP 24-CB1023W all-in-one computer. The first thing we're going to do is remove the base. This step is technically unnecessary to repair the screen, but it makes the rest of it much easier as the computer can now lie flat. So you're just going to pry up this bottom panel with a pry tool and remove the two screws holding it inside. Once those screws are loose, you can just lift it up and put it to the side. Next, we're going to gently pry up this front speaker bezel, being careful not to damage anything. And once that is off, you're going to want to remove these screws. Once that's done, you're going to take a pry tool and starting at the bottom corner, you're going to gently slide it in between the screen and the frame and go all around, gently prying up. You don't want to damage the frame, so you want to be careful, but gently go all around the screen, gently prying it up until it is loose. Once it is loose, just gently pick it up and flip it over so we can remove the connectors from the screen to the computer. So gently pry up the LVDS cable going side to side on this white connector. Then we're going to remove the touch connector. Again, gently prying up from the sides of the connector. You don't want to pull this up directly. And finally, same process with the backlight connector. We want to not pull it up directly, we want to go gently from the sides, switching side to side, gently prying it up from those tabs. And once it is disconnected, we can remove the rest of the computer and lay the screen down so we can take it out of the frame. And now we're going to gently remove these connectors from the screen side. Again, same principle as a motherboard. You want to go gently side to side. Do not pull them straight out as that can damage the connectors and you'll need to get a new cable. And once you have all the cables gone, you want to remove these screws to unscrew the panel from the frame. Now that we have those screws out, we can gently remove the frame. Then, once that is off, we can remove the cracked screen and lay down our new one. From here on, it's simply a matter of reversing the steps we did to this point. So we're going to reconnect all of these screws and reconnect all of our cables. Right, so now we're going to grab our cables and carefully reconnecting them. We want to be just as careful plugging these back in as we were taking them out. So we're just going to gently push from the edges side to side, making sure the cables are properly seated. And once the cables are all reconnected, we're going to bring the computer back in and reconnect the cables to the motherboard. Now, before fully screwing the screen back in, it's a good idea to just turn it on, test it, make sure that things are properly seated, because very often you will go through the whole effort of screwing it back in, only to turn it on and find out that one of the cables is not fully seated. So you'll have to take it all off, unscrew it, open it up again just to be able to reseat that cable. So here we're just going to turn it on, test, and make sure that things are properly seated. So you can see we're getting to a BIOS screen. You can just hit enter. CMOS error is very common when replacing the screen. You can just hit enter, the computer will restart, and it'll boot back into BIOS. And here we're back to a BIOS screen, and everything looks right, so we can turn it off and continue with reconnecting the screen. All right, we're going to need to push the screen back into place in the frame. You want to use the palm of your hand for this, as it applies more even pressure and lowers the risk of the screen cracking during this step. Once that's back in place, we just need to re-screw in all of these screws. And once the screws are all in, you take that speaker bezel and gently press it back into place. All right, and that's the final step. Now we're just going to plug it back in, turn it on for a final confirmation. And there we go. We can see it works. The touch is working properly. So this is how you repair an HP 24-CB1023W computer. Thanks for watching.